Yes, on YouTube, just go there, subscribe, hit the like button, and then you can catch yourself from this program live there. It's Wedermbu TV live on YouTube.
A wonderful good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, depending on what time you are watching this video. As always, my name is Atorowe Peter Wedam, and I am a lead presenter at Wedermbu TV. Now, on 25th May, that's Saturday 2024, management of A1 Radio, alongside its partners, held the 2024 edition of the International Tea Day at the premises of the FM station in Tundon Sobligo in the Bolgatanga municipality of the Upper East region. Now, the general manager, Mr. William Jalula, tells me that this is not the first time his station was hosting the program, because the first edition actually came off last year, 2023, which was massively attended. But before we go further into this broadcast, let me ask, have you ever heard of the International Tea Day? Do you know what the International Tea Day stands for? Have you ever witnessed a celebration? Now, before I let you in on what the International Tea Day is, let me give you a little background on A1 Radio. A1 Radio is a privately owned radio station in the Upper East region. Indeed, it was the third private radio station to be established in the Upper East region. And as at my last check on the official Facebook page of A1 Radio, the station had garnered as much as 54,000 followers, both within the Upper East region and of course outside of the Upper East region. So now, for an insight as to the rationale or purpose behind the celebration of the International Tea Day, I urge you to spend a few minutes of your time and watch this in-depth interview regarding the International Tea Day that General Manager of A1 Radio, Mr. William Jalula, granted Wedermbu TV. Let's have a ride.
My name is William Jalula. I'm the General Manager of A1 Radio, a subsidiary of Agri-Best Communications Limited. The International Tea Day is a day that is set aside globally to help in identifying how the process of tea production is done, also looking at the cultural values of tea, then the economic value, even as well as health values of tea. And so the day is set aside to help in understanding all these dynamics around tea. Then also we know that the production of tea helps in poverty reduction. And so elsewhere where tea is produced on commercial, in commercial quantity, it is used to reduce poverty, because people's economic life generally is based on that. And so last year, that was 2023, I am one person that would like to explore international days. So in one of such days I was exploring, I came across this day. And so I just went on Facebook and posted. Then I discussed it with some colleagues at the office that if we could celebrate the day. Then we agreed and we started it last year. So the first edition was 2023, and we had over 300 people showing up. And so we decided that this year we'll do it again. So this is the second edition of the celebration. And as you can see from the yard, people have fully taken over and they are enjoying themselves. So we use this to create opportunity for people for socialization and also for networking. So you come around to interact with friends, drink tea, get some education. Last year we had a nutritionist who took us through what constitutes tea and what doesn't constitute tea, when to drink and how to drink it, what quantity we should take. And so for us, we always think that anything you add hot water to and mix with sugar and other things and you start drinking is tea, but that is not it.
What caliber of clients, or what kind of people patronize the International Tea Day that you've been hosting the second session now?
And so last year, if you look at the caliber of people that came, the patrons that we had, they cut across every groupings of age. So we had children, we have youth, we have the middle-aged persons, and then we have the aged. And so all manner of people patronize. And if you see in the yard as it is ongoing, you will notice that children are even more and we are allowing everybody to come around. Anybody who has heard of this day should come and join and celebrate. So we don't limit anybody, we don't restrict anybody. Anybody that comes around, you have the liberty to drink, and we have varieties of tea, so you can taste multiple varieties if you want to.
So do you have coffee? Do you have Lipton?
All varieties of tea we have, and we have all varieties of beverages. So like I said, last year we got to learn that Milo is not tea. And so it's a beverage. If you go and you are drinking cowbell coffee or any of those stuff, those are not called tea, they are called beverages. And so we have all of that. And if you come and you are a coffee person, there's coffee for you. If you want Lipton, there's Lipton. All manner of tea, black tea, green tea, and all of that, we have everything available.
So let me ask, seeing the setup and seeing the people trooping in, the numbers keep coming, this must certainly be an expensive venture for you as A1 Radio. Tell me, how do you cope funding this activity? Last year, 2023, and now the second edition.
So thank you again. Last year, it was Aquaborg Natural Mineral Water that supported the program. And as a company, we also put in money to have the program run, because it is actually very expensive to do the program. And so it was Aquaborg and also from our company's cafe. Then this year we have Blue Sky Hotel as our main sponsor. Then we have other sponsors coming on board to support us. We have Promasudor Ghana coming. You've seen their stand. They are also serving people with their products. Then we have ISA Live. This time, what they are simply doing is to provide a free hair screening. We have also somebody from Bongo Hospital to do the ENT screening. Then we have somebody also from Ghana Health Service to do the eye screening. And so all these people come just to support us to have the program run.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm asking, how do you manage to sell this celebration to your clients and the patrons who come to the International Tea Day at the A1 Radio? How do you go about it? You use your own radio stations to do the advert, or what else do you do?
So sure, as a media house and we are into dissemination of information, we are the first source of publicizing our own activities and events. And so we are the lead advertisers of the program. But of course, we have social media platforms, and we have people who like our pages, Facebook, YouTube, and all other social media platforms. And all these people, when we post, they share and reshare. And some of them have even taken the pain to visit us even ahead of this day, to take pictures with us, share them, and tell others that this is going on. And even as we are here, people are sharing their pictures and videos of the program going on. All of these are part of the activities to publicize the activities. What you are doing is massive, is significant, and we don't take it for granted. We appreciate what you are doing, because this is going to sell this program big time. And it's our hope that in the coming years we will expand this program because of the publicity we are getting from the likes of you and others to help us let the world know that A1 Radio is a radio station in Bolga that has taken the lead to celebrate International Tea Day. I have not heard this happen anywhere in Ghana, and so for me that is where we draw the excitement from.
Okay, so you mentioned along the line that you are someone who is an enthusiast of International Day, this International Day that. Are you stopping only at the International Tea Day, or you are looking at adding other events?
So we are not only stopping at International Tea Day. We are still looking at other international days that we can incorporate into our program calendar or activity calendar. So as and when we identify some and we think that we can incorporate them into our activities, we will do that. But for now, as far as international activities are concerned, we are moving on to the International Tea Day, and it is an annual event that we will always want to do. But as time goes on, if we come across any other and we think that we can incorporate it, why not, we will do.
Okay, it's a beautiful thing to get associated with international days like this, but From my own point of view, and I hear a couple of people say, this International Tea Day is something that is kind of alien to we in Ghana, in Upper East, for instance. If it were something like Pito Day, or maybe Dog Meat Something Day, I mean, this is more like this. Do you have people trying to discourage you from carrying on with this?
Sure, we hear people meet me, people come around, they ask, and some get surprised. In fact, when they hear it, they go like, oh, what International Tea Day? What is this tea about? I mean, we don't because also we talk about the fact that it is to look at the production, the processing, and the cultural, economic benefits of tea. Then they ask, I mean, do you produce tea in Upper East? And I said, no, we don't produce, but we drink. And so the fact that we drink, we need to know the kind of tea to drink, when to drink, and how to drink it, what quantity we should take. So people ask about International Tea Day and what? So why do you do it? And we have other local food and other stuff. Why don't you localize things? And I said, well, we have chosen to do it because we believe in it. And so people sometimes say it, they don't believe that, or they don't see the need for us to celebrate the day because they feel like it's alien to us. But we don't see it that way. You can see the excitement. You can see people coming, and a whole Kifit, you came and met them. After they closed from Kifit, they were here to drink tea. They said they are going and to come back. So had it not been this, all these people wouldn't have been here. And so the excitement it comes with it, that is how we get our fulfillment. So it means
regardless of this few resentments, the patronage keeps
increasing. And I'm telling you, since morning to now, you have been here. You came very early. Yeah. I am sure that by now we have recorded close to 200-300 people who have come and gone, and these are people who will be coming again, and we are yet to get more people. And so whether it is alien to us or not, look, I'm telling you that every household, one way or the other, you have people who drink tea. So if it is alien to us in terms of production, it is not alien to us in terms of consumption. And so for me, there's nothing alien about drinking tea.
Okay. So do you see the future that more corporate entities would like to come on board this annual celebration of the International Tea Day that A1 Radio hosts?
Certainly, because last year we had just one coming on board. This year we are talking about 4. Okay. Who knows next year how many will be coming on board?
That's over 50%
Yes, over 50% increment. Yeah. And so if this is what we are getting, for us, we are so happy that it has happened. And we are looking forward to seeing more coming on board, because the mileage you will get for associating with this is huge, especially if you are into maybe provision, like you have the tea products or anything drinkable, and you want to sell. Why not associate with us, and you get a good mileage for your association with us.
Okay, manager, I noticed that your first edition of the International Tea Day, which was 2023, I noticed that there were some big shots, public figures at the event. Notable among them was the former Upper East Regional Minister, Honorable Tangova. Do you intentionally send out invitations to dignitaries and public figures like that, or perchance they just came by themselves? And this year, what are you have invited some?
Oh, okay. So for Tangova last year, we intentionally invited her as a guest of honor. Apart from her, we didn't officially invite any individual to come. We just did open invitation to the general public. And so all the other people you saw last year were people who came on their own. As some would call it, the gate crash. But we were happy, and that was the beauty of it. This year, we decided that, okay, so we have to invite more, we have to invite some individuals officially to come. So for example, we've extended invitation to some public heads and private heads of institutions to come. The services we have, we've extended invitations to their commanders. We've invited some directors of organizations, public and private, to come. And we are looking forward to seeing them. The National Communication Authority, they are here now. We have Food and Drugs Authority, the representative is here already, and we are expecting more. We are expecting somebody from the Ghana Police Service, and we've made it open. They can come with any number of staff. Some of them, we've told them 5 or more, health insurance, and all other ones, we've invited them, GRA and all of that. So if they come, fine, but if they don't come, we know that they are with us.
Okay.
So I want to once again thank you very much for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted because this is a huge publicity for our program, and this program in particular, and also for the company. For those who are not here, I would say, or who have not come to join us for the celebration, they have missed a lot. Those who were here last year, most of them are here because they know what they enjoyed last year. And so if you are not here and you are missing out, make sure next year you don't miss. And for those who will also want to sponsor the program, if you have not been able to do it this year, make efforts to join us next year and sponsor, and we'll give you the needed publicity as far as your sponsorship is concerned. And so I want to use this opportunity to invite everyone, even ahead of next year's celebration, that as you miss this one, make sure next year you don't miss it, and the subsequent years, because by the grace of God, we will continue to celebrate International Tea Day every year in May, because the day falls on the 1st of May every year. But because this year it fell on a working day, we decided to push the celebration itself to today, which is Saturday. So we look forward to seeing you next year for another edition of the International Tea Day. And to your platform, we are so grateful, and we pray that you will expand your wings wider across the region and across the country.
Amen.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
You are most welcome.
Thank you. I'm grateful, sir.
So, to get the grounds well prepared to receive the guests for the event, many things had to be done, including watering of the perimeter, arranging furniture, cleaning them, and of course, every staff of A1 Radio, from the security to cleaner to presenters, journalists, as well as the general manager himself, had to put their hands on deck to ensure that everything was neat, clean, and apt. Here is General Manager William Jalula watering the ground. So it was not only tea drinking, it was a program for people to meet new faces, to network, and of course have fun. Side attraction, there was cards playing, there was Ludo, among other things. And of course, one other beautiful thing I witnessed at the event was that a delegation from the Ghana Police Service represented at the event. And this was when the team arrived. And of course, other scenes from when they took their seats, went for their cups, and enjoyed various brands of tea. Also, we made time to talk to some patrons of the event, and Mr. Solomon, popularly known in Bolgatanga as King Solomon, and the president or chairman of the Narrative Changes, was at the event, and he said these words when we cornered him for a brief interview.
National Tea Day. In fact, this is actually the second edition that A1 Radio is organizing this event in the Upper East region here. And I was here last year, and I can tell you that this year is bigger and better. This year is bigger and better because the publicity has been very high, and you can see the kind of importance of tea, its economic benefits to the people of the region and the country as a whole. And I think it's a good cause for us to come and project this particular event, and that's why I'm here. And I think
Madam Humu is a presenter at A1 Radio and also doubles as the Chief Executive Officer of the Aquaborg Foundation, a philanthropic entity as well as a business entity, and they are the producers of Aquaborg natural mineral water in the Upper East region. And these are the words he had to share with us when we asked what she was doing at the event and what prompted her to come on board with her support.
My name is Humu Suntai. Aquaborg we all started as a joke last year, and before we realized we had the first edition of the A1 Radio International Tuesday celebration held. It's quite an experience having to taste all the different brands of tea, getting to fraternize, getting to socialize, getting to make new friends, and of course, it's not every day that you have people gather like we are gathered here today. I think that for us at Aquabox Natural Mineral Water, we are extremely privileged to be part of such a gathering. Those who are here are very lucky because they get to taste almost all the varieties of tea, and it is not just one cup. You are entitled to as many cups as you can. Those who are still at home or those who didn't make it, they should try and join us next year when we are having the International Tea Day celebration, because I mean this is quite an experience, and it sounds funny, but it's good to always make time to fraternize with people and get to know people.
What does your company, Aquabox Natural Mineral Water, bring on board the celebration?
Yeah, so we are using Aquabox Natural Mineral Water to prepare the tea. Yeah, so that is what we bring on. But like I said, it all started as a joke last year, and we spearheaded the organization of the first edition, and so it was just normal for us to be part of the second edition. And so every tea you take here is made with Aquabox Natural Mineral Water. Yeah.
So 2023 was the first edition.
Yes.
This is the second.
Yes.
How long is Aquabox willing to go with A1 Radio regarding the celebration of the annual International Tea Day?
We intend to go as long as we exist. And knowing the kind of structures we put in place, we know that we are going to exist for a very long time. So as long as we exist and as long as A1 Radio is willing to organize this program, we are ever ready to support A1 Radio.
Have you taken your own share of the tea yet?
No, not yet, because I'm quite busy helping with the serving.
Okay.
But definitely I will.
So what option are you going for?
I'll be testing the mint tea. I've never tasted that, even though I've used mint to do other things, smoothies, but I've never tasted the mint tea. So it's a great opportunity for me to taste mint tea this morning.
A1 Radio did not take the health of the patrons of the International Tea Day for granted. In this regard, management of the station extended an invitation to the East Life Hospital in the Bolgatanga municipality, and a team was dispatched from the hospital to set up a stance at the event. The stance provided free medical screening and consultation to patrons. We were able to talk to a representative of East Life Hospital, and she told us how they got to be part of the program and what services they were rendering at their stance.
My name is Rita Banga, a midwife from Eastside Life Hospital, and we're invited to take part in the International Tea Day by the management of A1 Radio.
Yeah.
And then at our stand, we do checking of vital signs, that's what BP calls your height and weight. And then we have lab technicians who are here to also check your blood sugar and also explain to the clients how their levels go. Yes.
Thank you very much. Also, there was a dedicated area for eye testing, and these are scenes from that angle of the celebrations.
So, is it clear, right? Yes.
This is clear, but not
Of course, when the time came for me to have my own sip of tea at the International Tea Day at the A1 Radio premises. Lipton is always my choice any day. So here we go. So it's a wrap. It's another production from the stables of Wedambu TV. And as I always do, I ask you to kindly subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button and like as well as share our videos so that many others will get to benefit from our broadcast. And when you do so, anytime we upload our next broadcast, you will be among the first to see it. Peace and enjoy more scenes from the International Tea Day event hosted by A1 Radio Bolgatanga.
Yeah, I said if you are hit by the music, and you're gonna jump over the dance floor, every day is good to you, it's good. And dancing is also good for your health. That's why A1 Radio will not stop us anything but to keep you guys with entertainment. We care about you.
Associate, feel free. You want them to come to where you are. You want them to come to where you are. So Holy Monkey, just walk to the one you want to sit by, pull the person to where you are seated, then you sit down. Mr. Joe.
Azupiri Creative Santorina, aka Apprentice, you're welcome. You can also check out excerpts of this event on Wedambu TV on YouTube. Go and subscribe, like, hit the notification bell.
Make it